Hello everyone and welcome to Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection. My name is Tyrone and today we have another show and tell. Just a few bits and pieces I picked up over the last few days, maybe week. And happily all of these, well most of these boxes are already opened because they are a local pickup, second-hand purchase. And the previous owner or owners weren't particularly fussed about keeping the boxes intact, which is good for me because I'm one of those people. And also we have some foreigners. This is my first look at Johnny Lightning, so we'll have a look at those. That down there, that over there, and you down here. Before we get started, I just want to do a bit of housekeeping. Quite often in a video I'll fob you off. I'll tell you that I have others of a particular casting in my collection, but I couldn't find it, so you'll just have to live with it. And running through the stockpile the other day looking for relevant castings for today's show and tell, I found relevant castings for the last show and tell, so we'll go through those. These are all of the late 80s. Looking through my catalogues, I can't sort of decipher which came first, the chicken or the egg, or in this case the white one, the green one, and the mustardy coloured roof one. But they're the three iterations I have of this bus. They call it the Icarus Coach Touring Car. Touring car? Not sure about that. We'll call it the Coach. So that's that cleared up. Put those there. So I've already set the turntable up to show off this one here. This is obviously an Australian edition because it's Australia Post, and back in the era where they didn't sell the boxes, they just had these very handy little flap ends. This is the Ford Transit, number 60 that year. It's got the nice Ace 8 spoke wheels and a little bit of suspension before suspension became too much of a problem for everyone. And I'll put him up on the turntable with his other friends, and we'll see if we can get the turntable smoking under the weight today. I'm waiting on delivery for a new turntable, hopefully one with a little more capacity, shall we say, but for now we'll have to cope with the underpowered version I have and hope it lasts. We have another Australia Post one there, so they go well together. And Express Parcel Systems, XP, got a couple of those. Cadbury's Flake, not sure if they're a everywhere kind of edition, but, and the Motorsport with a very wonky decal on the front. I'm wondering if they still did everything by hand in the 80s, probably. And this one here, Vinnie Pie Company. Not familiar with the company, but it's a nice looking van. And a splash of colour with Taronga Zoo's Sydney. Feels like I need a bright blue one for the lineup. So that's that new edition today. turn the turntable off before it starts a house fire. And we also have the Mercury Sable wagon. I saw one of these for auction on eBay months and months ago, and the price just kept on going up and up, and got to about $45 in the end, which seems ridiculous. We got this one much cheaper, as you are likely to do if you show a bit of patience. It's in pretty good nick. There is a manufacturer's fault on the door. I mention it quite often. It's worth admiring the skill of robots in the world of mass production these days. It's very rare you get something with an imperfection in it. And we have a fire engine. That's what they're calling this. I've got it in German on that end, and French on that end, and English on the front. And very happily there is no UV damage on the ladder. This ladder, I'm guessing they make it out of something like acetal or styrene, maybe, probably acetal, not sure. I'll have to burn the end of it to smell it to figure it out, but not willing to do that, so we'll guess it's acetal. It's got a very high tendency to go yellow in UV, and it doesn't have to be direct sunlight, so any UV will do. If it's a bright room you keep them in, they will do it, and you can't clean them up or anything. It just singes. It just really wrecks the look. But this one, after probably 35 years, is thus far unscathed. So that was a nice find. I have quite a few of those in my collection. Actually, I might do a fire engine edition soon, seeing as I have many of them. School bus. This one, 99 cents from, not sure if that's an accurate sticker. It's saying AA, which in Australia is Automobile Association. But, in fact, that logo may be the New Zealand Automobile Association, because in Australia it's RAC, which is Royal Automobile. What's the C? Ooh, who knows? Don't know. So this guy might have came from New Zealand originally, and I did notice when you get a double, the first thing, especially if it's this era or older, you always look for differences. And the only one I found on this one was this one has a bit of a window. Let's see if I can get them closer without going out of focus. The one on the left has sort of a window, and you can see the bottom of the interior, and the one on the right has just been blanked up. But apart from that, still in perfect condition, but identical. Beginning of a fleet, I'm sure. And this one, a Volvo. We've got a couple of Volvos to show today. This one's the sporty little number. Nothing opens. I'll just get my old person glasses on. Right. So it's a Volvo 480 ES. I don't think this model ever came to Australia. It's nice. I think the later model of this vehicle is in Australia. It's got a sort of a swooping back window, hasn't it? This particular one did not make it here. So that's that one. And we'll stay with the Volvos. Stanbridges. Stanbridges is a model shop here in Perth. They're out of business now, but they were quite the institution for many, many decades. I'm not sure if this came new from Stanbridges or second hand, but $2.95, $2.25, $2.95. Maybe it was new. Who knows? I do have another one. Yes, I do. So I think these only came out in 2 colours. If you know different, please let me know in the comments. I'm getting quite a few comments correcting me over some of the videos. My account of what's true and real is slightly different to reality sometimes, and that's okay. That's what you're here for. You can let me know where I go wrong and help me out. This one, the Cadillac Calante. Seems a bit of a shame that this was open because the peg hole wasn't punched. And Macao base dark pink. Let's see. This is a double kind of nice suspension. Yeah, it's a double kind of, but the one I had has white interior. Oh, now that I see, one's got Cadillac on the side and one has a very Miami squiggle. So, oh, that's interesting. So this one was saying something about Macao base, which yes it has, and this one has a China base. That's good, just to add to the story of Cadillac and down there. Always learning. And this is another double for me, but that's quite alright. Saying on the sticker, made in England. What else? 57 T-Bird, obviously. The box suggests it was about 82, 83, somewhere around there. But in my attempt to do a bit of research for this video, this is the US edition, first bought from Harold's Place Inc., 522 Chestnut Street, Lynn, Massachusetts. See if I can find it. There it is. It came out in that colour there, sort of a creamy with a red. There we go. That one there. But I'm sure the same year, and I don't have it, but if I did, the ROW catalogue, which stands for Rest of the World, came out with the plain red in '83, and then the rest of the world went to black. But as far as I can see, the US stayed with this one for 2 or 3 years. Whether these two came out in the US, I don't know, but I'll have to do a little more digging if I'm going to get to the bottom of the mystery. But in my mind, that was first, that was second, and that was third, and then they disappeared. And then, of course, recently we've come up with every colour under the sun. Nice pearl white. This is the most recent colour, nice dusty pink. and the ones I picked up the other week and put in a previous show and tell. The Superfast collection. A little bit more flash and detail. Strange that they decided to do nothing at all with the base and spare tyre cover, or spare wheel cover. To my mind, this is quite a flashy casting, and it needs all the bling it can get. So they shouldn't have dropped the chrome, in my opinion. But I've picked it up again since. So that's last year's or this year's. This year's might be a different one again. But I'm sure they'll bring out yet another colour in 2021. Make some space for the visitors. So, here's another mystery you can perhaps help me out on. These are Johnny Lightning. I have no experience whatsoever in Johnny Lightning, but it says limited edition, one of 2,500, and I don't believe them, because I just don't. 2,500 just seems to be a very small number, especially with how things are going now, because obviously the more you sell, the more profit you make and all the rest of it. I don't know what the hook is, I don't know what the catch is, because it just seems really unrealistic. So I'm going to open that today. Better say a few things about what it is before I destroy them. Okay. It is a 1970 Chevy Camaro RS Z28. Of course it is, you can see that. But the level of detail seems quite astonishing. So if it is actually one of 2,500, Johnny Lightning fans will be going, what on earth is he doing? Looks like the bonnet flips up. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I have to clear the turntable with the transit vans. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. So this retails in Australia for around $12. Base is unpainted, but that actually reminds me of the 70s Hot Wheels bases. They're just quite raw looking, but they're a real weight to the car. Wow. Doors open? No. Wow. Nice wheels. And the other one is a Chevy Camaro RSSS. What year? 68. So that's the early model. I'll hedge my bets. I think I'll leave it at the one ripped open and keep this one in the packet till I get more advice. But interesting. Just don't quite believe that it's one of 2,500. So that was today's show and tell. I'm quite enjoying these. I might keep them up as a staple in my video lineup. Not too much carnage today, seeing as they're already opened, so I'm quite happy about that. A little bit of everything. And I'll leave it there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. please click like if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.